Hello, PlayPSVR fans. I'm Alex, and I'm here with Adam, and we want to tell you about a little thing you might have heard of called PlayPS5.
Well, we still hold PSVR dearly in our huge, bustling bosoms. We're ready to explore new realms, new worlds, new games on the PS5, and we want to bring you along.
So for this episode of PlayPSVR, we present to you another episode of our sister, our brother, our podcast of another mother called PlayPS5. It's all the same horrible takes and terrible discussions that we have on PlayPSVR, only now we're high on the hype train of the PlayStation 5.
And if you like what you hear and you want more, which we know you do, be sure to update your podcasts, update your YouTubes, update your auntie's email addresses so they all point to PlayPS5, the podcast, so you don't miss a thing.
Gesundheit, bitches. Welcome to PlayPSVR, the podcast, the one and only international PlayStation 5 podcast featuring two erotic fan fiction all-stars. I'm Alex. I'm here representing your boy, Adam. Adam, how you doing today?
Listen, I am ready to go. I have been looking all week forward to this moment right here. I cannot wait. And let me tell you why. It's not because of you, Alex. I don't want to talk to you. I talk to you every week. You suck. That's why I had to bring in backup. I had to bring in a real man. I had to bring in Jay from J Brat VR. So if you haven't heard of J Brat, he has been with us ever since PlayPSVR, which we mentioned is our older podcast. And so he has a YouTube channel pretty much all together. He's a home of new technology, AR, VR, gaming in general. He's our tech god. J Brat, welcome. How are you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm feeling so good. I'm so happy to be back with PlayPS5 now, not PlayPSVR. There was even a time where my wife, Nat, came and hung out with you guys when you used to discuss whole games for a short time, and that was amazing. That was a great episode. I'm so sad it's been lost to the archives. I'm happy to be here, guys. And guess what? I'm here with my gamer juice of the night. All you out there are thinking, oh, that's coffee. No, this is not coffee. I said the gamer juice needed to be milk of any sort. An homage to a fellow traveler. Here's to you, Alex, buddy, for the time you had to drink breast milk. Tonight we're drinking any kind of milk we want. Here's to you.
Oh, so I'm stronger for it, all right? You guys ridicule me, but I have big baby muscles deep underneath my man muscles, deep underneath my man boobs, and it's all because of the breast milk that I drank. Mine is Korean soy milk. Korean soy milk. I can't read that, but it says soy milk somewhere, and it says plain. And I stole it from my wife, and she doesn't know that I'm drinking this. I'm probably going to get in trouble when she sees that there's one missing because we have to import these bad boys. Like I said, the one and only international PlayStation 5 podcast featuring two erotic fan fiction all-stars.
That's not me. That's them.
Is Hakune Mitsu somewhere in that room?
On my lap.
He's sucking on it. Good.
Look at that.
That's all right. That's all right. Hey, that's all right. Although it tastes like chocolate milk, and it is not chocolate milk.
So it's soy milk?
Soy milk. Why does it feel weird?
Okay. What type of milk do you have, J Brat? I know chocolate milk, but what brand?
It's soy milk. It's chocolate soy milk, actually. It's Silk brand chocolate soy milk.
Silk brand. Okay, listen.
I don't do real milk unless it's from a breast, like Adam or Alex.
Oh.
I mean, you know. Okay, so
everyone.
What those who aren't some rollovers from PlayPSVR, Alex and I had a challenge in which we challenge each other, whoever had the most platinums within a certain time period, and I crushed him, and the punishment was that I got to choose his gamer juice. I put it up to the fans of Twitter, and what won was actual breast milk, and it just so happened that his wife was birthing some breast milk into his baby's mouth, and so he grabbed some of that breast milk, and it was real good. I wish I would have gotten the episode so you could have listened to him drink it live. It was good.
Joke's on you guys. I loved it. I love it. It's my new thing. You open up a whole new world for me.
You hang out around all the soccer moms just lactating, right? And you just can't.
Among other reasons.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so the other thing I want to tell you is that you two are fools. First of all, soy milk sucks. 2, The only milk to have is Prairie Farms. It is the most legitimate milk. It is high end. It is like the Maseratis of milk. And let me shove this in my mouth. It is the chocolate milk. I cannot wait. Granted, it's not the most healthy. There's a whole lot of sugar
Adam,
in here.
Any truth to the rumor that you only drink chunky milk?
Ooh, man. Only if it's curdled.
Okay.
And the classiest milks come in a plastic bottle. And that's when he tells you this is
so
high end.
good.
That's how you know it's classic. It's
Dude, I tried to get it in a glass bottle, but it was like $3 more. It isn't worth it.
That would have been the high end stuff.
When I met Adam before we started this podcast, I met his mom one time and she was telling us stories about Adam, and she told me this story about when he was a baby. He was a fat little baby, and he would always say when he was hungry, he'd walk up to her and try to squeeze her boob and say, "Mama, Adam want chunk," because he.
I don't understand what this chunky milk thing is, but I'm done with it.
I don't know why you like chunky milk.
I don't know what you're talking about. I am finished with this. Listen, last episode, we brought back one of our favorite segments of all time, the Master Debater, and it went so well. People loved it so much, and I crushed Alex so hard I wanted to do it again. And this time, I will debate. Alex will debate, and J-Brat, you will judge. Does that sound okay with you?
I should have put my white wig on, my judge's powder wig for this. I'm ready.
Get ready to bang that gavel, all right?
Growing up in a family that was really tight with the church, I am really good at judging people now. So I feel ready for this. I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
Right.
How about you introduce our scenario, Alex, and then we will begin master debating.
Yeah, it's PlayPS5, the podcast, but we still have these PSVR roots, and J-Brat's our PSVR homie, so we're kind of mixing the two here right now. And the idea is when the PlayStation 5 comes out, it's going to have capabilities to use the PSVR headset. And so what we're going to do is Adam and I have each picked a game, and we're going to argue for its sake to be remade on the PlayStation 5. The thesis is, what if you had a golden ticket? This is Willy Wonka's stupid cousin, Dilly Donka. He has a golden ticket, or he gives you a golden ticket, and you can make any game, remake any game for the PSVR with this new updated PlayStation 5 technology. This is kind of like a remake. It has to have the spirit of the old game. No taking like a first-person shooter and making it a platformer, or like a Japanese RPG and making it a first-person shooter. It has to have the spirit of the game, but it can leverage the new technology that you have with the PlayStation 5 for an enhanced PSVR experience. You get what I mean? Like a remake, remaster type situation going on, built from the ground up. So I have no idea what game Adam picked. I have two games one on backup just in case we pick the same one. Adam, do you want to go ahead and reveal what your first game is, or what your game's going to be?
That's true. And the first thing I also want to put are the stakes. Not only does J-Brat's heart go out to the winner, but the loser, if you have heard of the Bean Boozled Jelly Beans by Jelly Belly. They are essentially a mix of their actual good jelly beans, such as toasted marshmallow, juicy pear, coconut, berry blue, all that good stuff. And then they mix them with jelly beans that taste like absolute garbage, like booger and dead fish and dog food and dirty dishwater. So the loser also must take a bean, and J-Brat will decide who takes it. So as I begin, I want to introduce my game, Farpoint, for the PSVR. And my first topic and why this should be the ultimate game, the number one game that should go from PSVR into the PS5 and be compatible, is the fact that the one thing that makes PSVR unique of all the other virtual reality headsets, the periphery that is so incredible and unequivocally the greatest, J-Brat, is this. It is the aim controller. You love it. I love it. Alex loves it. People who've never even played it look at it and they love it. It is incredible. It works perfectly. And we know that the aim controller can work with Farpoint and makes the game incredible. We also know that it should be able to work with the PS5 because it works with such a large amount of the PSVR games. And so if those will be compatible, it will be compatible with the PS5, and it will work just as well. The aim controller is just a controller, and any game that goes with it has to be on the PS5, and that's my first reason and why I think Farpoint should be on the PS5.
How do you feel about that, J-Brat?
Adam, I feel like I don't know where this love of Farpoint is coming from you right now. I feel like you're kind of stacking the deck right now in your favor because you knew I was going to be the judge. You knew that I love Farpoint because I feel like you talked some mad crap when we did the Farpoint challenge. You were like, "Oh, this isn't really my kind of game." I don't know. I absolutely agree with everything you've said. I just think you're doing the politician thing here. You're telling me what I want to hear, and I don't like that. Don't spoon feed me funny crap and tell me it's chocolate.
That's not correct. It is. These are my reasoning. Okay, we don't have time. Alex, what is your first reason in your game?
You know, I would give you a reason about my game, but let's go ahead and sacrifice one of my reasons to just clarify a point of Master Debater. Reason number one, Master Debater, why my game should win, is that this isn't Master Guesser. This isn't Master Who Knows J-Brat the best. We all know he loves Farpoint. This is Master Debater. It's about a presentation of facts, it's about arguments, and it's about rebuttals. And right now I'm presenting a fact, and the fact is we are playing Master Debater. We're not playing Guess J-Bat's favorite game. That's the easiest game to play.
That's fact not even a thing. That can't be a...
Okay, and if I have to present fact number one, the game I'm presenting is Skyrim VR. Yeah. You'll have your arguments later. That was my argument number one.
Is that it? It's not even. Oh my!
Argument number one is that we're playing Master Debater, not Master Guesser of what J-Brat likes.
I hope that you pull a barf bean because number one, my first reason was incredible. The
hold on, my barf bean right now, having to listen to you
is incredible. My number two. So the move makes sense to Sony. This isn't just it's a fun game, it has a cool periphery. It's got to make sense, and it's got to be realistic, something that can happen. And the move makes sense to Sony because they want a game that not only do they want to convince players who have previously played the game to play it again with the PS5, but they need a game that's so different and out there and good in general that they need to convince non-PSVR players who have just got this new PS5 that they need to play it. And so with different modes, with better graphics, with a revamped marketing plan, Farpoint is a game that is going to 100% convince people to jump on board with the PSVR and PS5. It's got everything that it needs. You look at other games such as Wolfenstein Cyberpilot. There's only so much you can revamp, and there's not really many modes. It doesn't have multiplayer. Listen, Farpoint has it all, baby. It is a game that will convince everyone to play it again. And if you're going to revamp a game, remaster a game, you need that special little twinkle of greatness. That's my point number two.
I like that point, but J-Brad, just answer for me real quick. Did you play Skyrim VR? Have you played Skyrim before?
I had never played Skyrim before VR. I have played some VR, but not as much as I would like to. I mean, I've only spent maybe 2 hours, 3 hours on it. I have a lot to learn. That's the real thing that's keeping me out of it.
2 or 3 hours in Skyrim. How many hours did you say you put in Farpoint?
100.
100? 200? Haven't you had enough? Haven't you had enough of this experience? No, don't get me wrong. Liking a game and revisiting it is wonderful. But haven't you seen all that you can see? You know in a remade Farpoint what you're going to get. You get that remade Farpoint, it's going to be a great first-person shooter. You're going to have the aim controller. I love it. I love the aim controller. It's a master peripheral. But with the PlayStation 5, we're breaking new ground. We want to see new things. We want to have new experiences. And Farpoint, even if it's remade with sharper graphics, maybe a couple new guns, more variety in the enemy types, and even some new AI, is that going to be a new experience? Is that going to be a $600 or $700 reason to buy the PlayStation 5 and plug your PlayStation VR headset into it? Have you not had enough? J-Brad, I would posit that as a man who has beaten all of the challenges, who has beaten the single player to death, and who has likely platinumed the hell out of that damn game, you have had enough and you need and want something new.
That is a great argument, besides the fact that you're pitching Skyrim. How many platforms has that come out on?
I'm not done.
Over and over
I'm
again?
not done, my friend. I'm not done. We got 3 more arguments to go.
Okay, let's keep it moving.
Okay, so my third argument here, or my third point, is a complete rebuttal of what you just said, Alex, because here's the thing. Farpoint quite possibly has the most replayability of any game for the PSVR. It has co-op missions. It's got versus modes. It has a great story. It has gameplay and, of course, the use of the aim controller. All those things, many of them, especially the multiplayer components, you can easily add different aspects. You can add different guns, different environments, add different modes. It's obvious that the creators have done that. They continue to put out new information and new DLCs, things of that nature, and they're incredible. So this game is a game that people will 100% want to play again, and they will want to play it for the first time once it's on PS5 because it's got the gusto and it's got enough to get you coming back over and over again. Skyrim sucks.
Now, I want you to think about what we know about the PlayStation 5. We don't know how much it's going to cost. We don't really know what the graphics look like. We're seeing a lot of PlayStation 4 games that are going to be upgraded. One thing we do know is the controller of the PlayStation 5. Now, granted, the aim controller is a fantastic peripheral, but that is last generation. We're going to make a PlayStation VR game that is next generation. We're going to make Skyrim DS. No, not for the Nintendo DS. Skyrim VR DualSense. Now, you've been in Skyrim before. You looked around, you saw the leaves, and it was great. But did you smell the leaves? Well, you can't smell it at DualSense, but did you hear the leaves? You hear them coming out of your controller? You're going to hear them now coming out of the DualSense. Did you talk to the leaves? Did you blow at the leaves to get them out of your face? Your hair, you go swimming, your hair gets wet, it flaps in your face, you go, and the hair goes like that. And you feel like you're there. You feel like you're a real Nordic prince fighting dragons. What about when you knock that arrow into the bow and you pull it back using the R trigger and you know you have maximum tension because the adaptive response of the trigger is fighting against you. You know you have the maximum power. What about when you're carrying the axe and it's just a little bit hard to swing because that trigger doesn't want to go in all the way because it's heavy? You need to be stronger, and as you get stronger, that controller responds to your new strength. You have new rumble. You have a new feel. You are sensing Skyrim in ways that you never sensed it before. You have the 3D audio. You're not just visiting Skyrim in a virtual reality space. All these imaginations you had of what Skyrim was going to be like, they're being realized now with the power of PlayStation 5. We're talking about realistic graphics. We're talking about 120 hertz frame rates. We're talking about DualSense tactile response that we have never seen before. And you know what? The reason you know it's true is because, like you said, it is Skyrim. You know what Skyrim's supposed to be like. Now you're going to feel what Skyrim's supposed to be like. That's argument number 3.
Okay, so you're taking way too long for your freaking arguments. They suck. Simple. J-Brat, if there's one thing about Farpoint that it lacks, if there's one complaint you would have about it, it's the graphics. They're a little fuzzy. We all know it. There's limitations, but guess what? The PS5, the increased processing power and enhanced graphics, hopefully will be transferring at least somewhat to the VR games, meaning that Farpoint's only weakness will at least be partially corrected. And you know what that means? There's not much else to complain about. That's point number 4.
Yeah. Nobody, nothing's better than a game nobody wants to discuss. But one thing I like to discuss about a game is how much sales it has and what the production of this game is going to mean for the rest of the gaming future of that console. Now, when Skyrim came out, it had the new engine made by Bethesda, and that allowed them to make new games on top of that platform, talking about Fallout 4, talking about Fallout 4. I can't think of any other Bethesda games that used that engine. You finance a Skyrim DS, a Skyrim VR DS, you're financing a future of Bethesda with Fallout VR and Doom VR. You're giving them the power to learn and use this new technology to its maximum senses. So really, when you buy Skyrim VR DS, you're not just buying the game, you're buying a franchise, baby. You're buying multiple franchises and giving them a chance. And we want a chance, and we want to make money. And that's what you're going to be doing when you let Skyrim be your game.
All right, so my last argument for Farpoint is the fact that we all love VR here. Every VR person, we're a tight-knit community. We want it to exceed or succeed. And the one thing, the end-all, be-all, is will people play it and what makes people play games? Because they are fun. You can look at games. I don't want to mention any. And some people absolutely love it. There's tons of gameplay there. It's good content. You played it. Why have you only played 2 hours, J-Brat? Don't answer that. It's because it's not fun. But guess what? Farpoint is fun. It is perfect in virtual reality. It makes you forget that you're even playing a video game, and it will yield one of the most fun experiences in the entire system. of the PS5. Boom. Farpoint is your game to go from the PSVR to the PS5 and go with it with a low remaster. Boom. You have a top seller right out the gate.
How are you feeling about it, J-Brad? Do you feel like your mind is made up? Do I have a chance with my last point here?
If you pull something amazing out, you still have a chance.
Oh my goodness, J-Brad, are you a soulless man? J-Brad, when you were asleep last night, what did you dream about?
I can't say that on the podcast. It was actually I had several vivid dreams last night, but I cannot mention them on the podcast.
Were they erotic? Were they thrilling?
It was a wild night. I don't know what was going on with me.
J-Brad, everything that you dream of can happen in Skyrim. You can fulfill your erotic fantasies. You can become a vampire. Just like I read your journal. You had that erotic dream about becoming a vampire. You can do that.
I've been watching Twilight. It's on Prime right now.
Yeah. J-Brad, you can climb to the tops of mountains. You can swim to the bottoms of oceans. You can go hunting for deer. You can become the deer and go hunting for dragons. J-Brad, Skyrim is a game, when fully maximized with the next level technology, it's a game that allows you to realize your dreams. Farpoint, while very interesting and very exciting, is about being in space and about shooting bugs. Is your dream to be in space and shoot bugs forever? What about when you get tired of that dream? You can't move on to another dream. In Skyrim, you can. You can live many dreams and many lives in Skyrim. That's why you need to purchase and finance Skyrim VR DS. I rest my case.
Okay, J-Brad, do you need us to rebuttal each other, or do you think you know enough now to pick a winner?
I think I'm ready.
I want to hear J-Brad's closing arguments. Just before you reveal the winner, just tell us your thought process, how you feel about this.
Well, first of all, I'm so glad the Master Debater is back, because this is such a compelling segment, because Alex, your name should be Rumpelstiltskin, because you could take shit and weave it into gold, man. I don't know how you said Skyrim out the gate and even got me close to considering another version of that game coming out and it being profitable. And you took me, a complete non-believer, and took me over to the other side and thought, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, Skyrim on PS5, on PSVR again.
He couldn't even come up with 5 reasons. The first one was just this.
It's because 4 was enough. 4 was enough.
So he took me from that line to that line. But the real problem is Adam, he trumped you. He trumped me. He took exactly what I wanted to hear and he gave it back to me. And
no, that is the real answer. It wasn't about you. Even before we knew this, that was my answer.
I want to believe that. But you knew me.
You can't give me another PSVR game that meets those criteria.
You made me love it. Adam wins.
Yes.
But he played us. I respect the game. Alex, that was incredible. That I actually now think that Skyrim could have a chance at me. When before this, I would have never thought that. You weaved it into gold, man. I was impressed.
Bethesda, Bethesda owes me money. IO Interactive owes me money now. Bethesda owes me money. We know who owes me money now. Let's keep tabs. Thank you for legitimately evaluating, although I still don't think you quite understand what it means to master debate. I think you're really just happy that Adam guessed you and smelled out and sussed out what you were wanting.
Okay, quit fat lipping there, big boy. Here's the thing. You're eating a bean. Do you want me to roll the spinner of death, or would you like to roll your own?
Give me the spinner. I got a whole assortment here.
Okay, so we have a spinner. I'm going to spin it. That will tell him what bean that he must eat. Ah, dang it. Too bad. Oh, it's like right between 2 of them. I'll be nice to you,
No, pick
Alex.
the worst. Worst of the 2.
Okay, it's got to be buttered popcorn or rotten egg.
Oh, okay, so you can see it right here for anybody watching. It looks like a buttered popcorn Jelly Belly. It's yellow and white. It can be. This is one of the bad ones, and I've almost exhausted my drink. So think about some way to fill the air while I vomit, because it's been a long time since I had one of these bad boys. This is how Adam and I settled arguments a long time ago. I really, as you can tell, I'm treading water right now. I don't want to do this.
Okay, should we do a thing as you eat it? Me and J Brad just talk.
Yeah, have a discussion. Have a discussion. Okay,
because
ready?
I don't want the listeners
1, 2,
to just
3 down the hatch.
Okay. So, J-Brad, I truly do believe that Farpoint is the game to move forward. And just what would be if you had to pick?
It tastes like rotten egg.
It's rotten eggs.
Am I allowed to spit it out?
No.
No, you gotta eat it.
You swallow.
Oh,
okay.
So Farpoint could go to hell.
So, J-Brat, if you had to pick one game, regardless of our choices, what would be your game that you would have remastered or redone for the PS5 for PSVR?
Well, Farpoint would have been my pick, but you chose it.
Not.
It would have been my pick, but you chose it. So if I had to choose another one, it would be
Is it Skyrim? Is it Skyrim?
It would be To the Top. That game never got its due. It never got its due. It got blocked from being on the Quest. I was waiting. I was going to pay for it all over again on the Quest just to play it wirelessly. It got blocked on the Quest. That game with better graphics, a little bit more pizzazz, the power would be there, and maybe some 360 tracking, hands down. That would be perfect. I want to play more To the Top. I just want it to be another experience of it, but something a little newer, a little updated. I can't keep playing the same old To the Top and loving it the same way I did. I was so annoyed by all that.
So here's the thing. I told you what you wanted to hear, and you told me what I wanted to hear. To the Top is legitimately still possibly my favorite PSVR game. And still, here's the secret. If you stop playing it for like 2-3 months and go back, at least for me, I get the same response. I still think it's incredible. I get that rush. It is unfortunate the multiplayer component has really died out. But Alex, how are you doing?
I'm not doing great. Do you think To the Top was held back by PlayStation 4 at all? See, I was thinking To the Top, but I was thinking that's a game you're getting a full experience. Technology is not going to add too much to it. Yeah, you could revamp it, maybe flesh out the levels, flesh out a story, enhance the multiplayer a bit, but like it wasn't a game that was held back by the PlayStation 4. It was good in spite of it.
The tracking held it back.
But we're not getting new tracking on the PlayStation 5.
We don't know that. We don't know
but we're going off what we're working with here. Like, we're going off what we know. So
if they just make our old camera and the new one 2 separate cameras that can both work, that could do 360 right there.
You're right. That's a good idea. And Sony now owes you money. So 2 checks to me, 1 check to J-Brat.
Okay, so we got to move on. So we also wanted to mention, we posted this question on our Twitter, and we got some replies. I just quickly want to read those who replied and what their game is. And then we got another, technically a special gift for Alex again. So Lethal Weasel VR mentioned that he wanted Here They Lie remastered. Turna 23, Resident Evil 7, also Little Star, the little pervert. Metcat, Doom VFR, that would definitely be a good one. Jay Nally loves some Robinson the Journey and would love to see it on the PS5. And finally, Shafe Dog 24/7 wants some rigs, which is a very interesting choice I would not have thought of. And that's not too bad. He pulled one out of his little hat for that.
Give it another go. That's a game that was before its time. Yeah, I hear Robinson the Journey is too. J-Brat, do you have an argument against any of these? Which one would you like to see out of these? You're the decider.
Out of these, I would say I would love to see rigs get another shot, not even because the technology was lacking, but because the player base just wasn't there when this game came out. If they had made this now, I feel like this could be a really successful game. We just didn't have the people to keep it alive back then. No. And Resident Evil 7, dude, we're about to get Resident Evil 8. We don't need 7 again. Let's get 8.
Yeah, shut up, Turna.
How about Little Star, though?
Yeah.
Well, if it's free, yes.
People
are going to be coming to the PSVR because now you have to link your Facebook to your Oculus devices. No one's going to be risking watching anything on there because it's going to post on their timeline.
Alex just liked.
Yeah. Guess what Alex did last night? No.
Little Star. A lot of Little Star. Hours of it. Okay,
Alex,
here we go.
You received a gift. So let's get into you received a gift this week, huh?
So, on a whole game episode of Whole Games discussion, we talked about Power A. They supported us through and through. We're looking for new supporters, and J-Brat here. He's a supporter of the podcast, and as such, he's supported us. But I'm the recipient with a gift, and I don't know what's in it, and I'm kind of nervous because I hope it's not another rotten egg jelly bean. J-Brat, as for the support, what would you like us to have a segment be called? It's like we had the Power A Play of the Week. You've now supplanted them. What is this? J-Brat's Brat's Baddies? Did you come up on something?
Well, that's what someone came up with on Twitter. It was Brat's Baddies. So instead you have the Power A. That's the good one. That's the one you really want to go. And then the Brat's Baddies would be a bad game, something that came out that sucked, that you were unhappy with. I like that. I like the idea of that. You might want to turn off your virtual green screen for this, I think, just so it's not all weird to show the stuff.
It's a great idea, although now I might be revealing too much of my life.
Ooh, I want to see the background.
I almost turned off my camera. How about that?
If I see a sex doll, I'm losing it.
That's all I have. It's just a collection of them here. How do I turn? This is great. How do I turn? Okay, there we go.
There's a Farpoint poster.
There's a Farpoint poster. Yeah.
F you.
And old newspaper clippings. That's how I live my life. All right.
Okay, let's open this box.
It's a big box.
I want to see everything.
I don't know what's in it. J-Brett, don't feel like a tool when I open it, okay?
I won't. I'll try not to.
Oh, man. All right. So J-Brett obviously wants to see more of me, and he obviously wants to hear me better. Look at this. Okay. What's this, like a pop filter?
Yeah, it's a pop filter.
A spyglass.
It's about time. Now you can actually. Now he actually looks like he owns a podcast.
I'll do it like this. Okay, J-Brett, there's a lot of stuff in here, man. I'm digging it.
Adam gets his butt hurt too bad. There is stuff in there for Adam. I told Alex he's gonna have to eat the cost of shipping it to him, though. I'm not made of money.
For sure.
Yeah, my butt's already getting pretty sore.
The love gets spread around. Okay, I get both of your butts sore, not just one of them.
J-Brett's pushing us to the next level. Look at this. It's a VR stand. Okay. All right, VR stand to hold up my equipment. I need that. Okay. And here we have a ring fill light. I see a lot of the cam girls that I watch seem to have one of these things. You see it reflecting their eyes. They have a nice little halo look, so you'll be seeing some of that on my thank you, J-Brett. This is great.
Yeah, I was thinking it was going to be like a box full of like turds or something. You said legit stuff, man.
You said legit stuff, yeah. J-Brett, I don't know what this. Oh, it's the hooks. So my rabbit doesn't chew on my wires anymore, right? J-Brett's pushing me.
Oh, my gosh. And he listens to the podcast and listens to our problems.
Oh, man, this is a whole savory pack. So this is a USB condenser microphone. All right. I like it. So it's probably better than this one I got off Amazon for $10.
We'll see.
I have to yell into it constantly. I don't know if you guys know that.
People have come to like the yelling. They're used to it now. So you might not want to
it's part of it. All right. So this is a VR backpack, NavTech.
Before you open that, find the PVC pipe that's in there.
Find the PVC pipe that's in there. Okay. All right. I have the PVC pipe. Do you want to read the note that's on it?
You can read that.
Okay.
Adam, get excited, buddy.
I don't understand what's going on. I don't even know what a VR backpack is.
Alex, it's up to you what you keep. If what you send on to Adam and what you send on to Adam. I got the poster with him in mind since you got Farpoint, but you're shipping it all. So it's your call. So I'm guessing this is the poster now.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
And this is mine. Because it's up to me.
No. You already got the Farpoint poster, you butthole.
All right. And then we have some things in here.
You got to get the poster out. You got to show it. You got to show it off.
Poster out, yeah.
It's inside of the PVC.
If I don't get that poster, I'm going to murder somebody.
Oh, my goodness. I hope we don't run out of time here.
Got to keep it moving.
Got to keep it moving.
We got 7.5 minutes left.
Okay, so what is a VR backpack while he's opening that?
He'll have to open up and see what's inside.
Okay.
Oh,
try the other
side,
Alex. Try the other side, Alex. One side's just got masking tape. Don't do this fast.
This kid can't. I bet Christmas morning at your house is just awful.
I just like the attention, you know?
He just takes it slow.
I just like the attention.
His kids are just dying, and they only get to open 2 presents the whole day.
Hey,
that's
look at that.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
A whole row. Yeah. Adam, I'm keeping this, man.
Yeah, sure you will.
I'm keeping it.
I know where you live. I've sent you jelly beans. I will hunt you down, and I will rip it off your wall.
This is a power move. You sending me the jelly beans, huh?
Yeah.
All right, we got the Fifi Nay Technologies. This is for Adam, a wireless microphone.
Whoever wants it.
All right, that'd be good for streaming the VR games. All right.
Just did some homie hookup there.
Yeah. What's in this thing? Oh, my goodness. Hey. So before you get too excited, this is not fully functioning Rift. It works, but the proximity sensor is broken. Text me when you set it up, and I'll walk you through bypassing. Jay. All right. So here we go. Looks like PlayPSVR is just turning into straight up VR. We have a nice Rift setup here. Adam, you don't have a good computer to handle this because you're too cheap.
I'm gonna go buy one. and then we're gonna have to fight over it. How about that?
Oh man! All right. And J-Brett, is this? I don't know what this is.
That's just a lens cover.
Looks like it goes for nipples, but mine are really far apart.
If they're close together. I think there was one more thing in there. I think there's a long, skinny box.
Yes. Ooh, a microphone arm stand. So now I'm not running out of space to put my gamer juice. If you could see my table right now, it's a complete mess, and this would save my life. So this is incredible, J-Brat, and I am a bit embarrassed, but I want to say thank you. This is extremely generous of you and wonderful. So thanks so much, man. This is awesome. So now we have the Bratch Baddies segment.
Yeah, thank you for the poster, since that's the only thing I'm going to get out of all that.
He's not even getting that. He's not even getting that.
Like, if I don't get
another box, I'm going to send another box to him now. Because
no, you send him nothing. You're not getting his address. I'm watching the communication channels. Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Dude, yeah, thanks. That's incredible.
Yeah, this is nuts.
I mean, I've never played with the Rift, and he actually does have a better setup, so I'll certainly let him set that up. But I will watch him. Yeah, you'll have to stream it, Alex, and I can watch you fumble over yourself and trip on yourself in virtual reality.
And punch my wife just like J-Brat did. Not like a joke. He didn't really beat his wife or anything. Should probably mention that. Yeah, he punched her once. Wow, this is incredible. So J-Brat, we have a couple questions for you. We also want to make sure you can plug your channel and all the stuff that you're doing. You've kind of, it's a glow up what's happened to you since you've last been on our podcast. You've really glown up into something really appreciable and interesting. So just right out of the gate, real quick, what's your is PlayStation 5, is that going to be a day one purchase for you? Or what's it going to take to make that a day one purchase?
It's going to be a day one because they've already said the PSVR is going to work on it. It better have better graphics, better frame rates. If it doesn't, I'm going to be really mad that I bought it day one. But I've got to have it. I've got to see if it's improved and what it can do now. And those headphones that are coming are part of the reason. Those new Pulse Elites, I've been buying refurbished old crappy Pulse Elite headphones that are falling apart and have zip ties on them holding them together because these rumble packs in these are so good for VR, and they're making a new one finally. I've been saying for years, Sony, remake these so that we can have rumble packs on our heads in VR. They're remaking them. It's day one for me. I'm absolutely excited.
All right. So we're going to have you on when the launch comes too, and have a whole celebration. We haven't exactly figured out what we're going to do on the celebration, but you'll be a part of it for sure. Rest assured.
We'll be naked.
That too.
Pantsless podcast.
Yeah. I got to get in shape before that, but yeah.
It's too late.
I'll wear my new nipple covers.
Yes, new nips. See, if you would stop sending people like us all these awesome goodies, you could just buy a new set of headphones.
I like my old ones. Okay. I like my zip ties. They're custom.
That's fair enough.
Although I want to say how cute it is, you two coordinate tonight. You should have told me the polka dots was a thing.
No, these are flamingos.
I told him to send me a picture. I told him to send me a picture, and I'm not going to tell you why, Adam.
He didn't do that.
Okay, so yeah, closing it out, J-Brat. How about you sell yourself, man? Plug it, man. We want you to get all the exposure you can from our grubby little podcast.
You guys are amazing. I mean, last year I wanted to start a channel. I've been wanting to start a channel forever. And finally I was going to appear on your podcast and I was like, I have to actually do this. So I started the channel that same week I was on your guys' podcast, and it's been a really good year. It's because of this awesome community, mostly that surrounds the PSVR. I bared all of my knowledge into one video of how you take your PSVR and you make it track and you make it work right. And that got this huge reception from the community and brought tons of people in to hang out. So it's been a fantastic year. I'm J-Brat on YouTube. Really, that's the only place. I mean, I'm on Instagram and Twitter, but I'm not real good with all that stuff. Really, it's all about the YouTube channel. And I have a Discord where our community gets together. We play Rec Room now like every week. It's super fun. I still love my PSVR. I still make PSVR content. I do a lot of PC just because it's easier to record, but I still absolutely love my PSVR. I was just on there yesterday playing that beta that you guys need to play. Don't miss out on it. Mortal Blitz Combat Arena.
Yes, yeah.
This week. It's not my favorite game ever, but it uses the aim controller, and it's fun.
Yes.
So, yeah. I came out just to hang out with you guys. I love being here with you. And before you think, oh my gosh, this guy is just like saying us all stuff. Almost everything in that box I got for free. So like, don't think that I spent some enormous amount of money. I got almost everything in there for free. So I'm just passing on the freebie love from me to you guys. And Adam at least has to get something, if not just a box of jelly beans. You got to send him something.
The poster.
I'll hook him up. Yeah.
The poster.
The poster.
Give me the poster.
That was the intent.
Oh, J-Brat, we loved having you, man. Thank you so much for joining us. Adam, you want to take us out?
Yeah, sure. Dre Brack, so anytime you want to join us, we'll absolutely love it. And for the rest of you listening, definitely give Jay Bratt's YouTube channel a check out. It is a for sure subscribe. And then for the rest of you sticking around, segment 2, we've got big plans talking PS5. Stick with us. We'll talk to you later.
And we're back. And for those of you listening, or those of you watching, you notice that I have this bandana on my head. It's because I'm bringing the edge, baby. Like I said, we're the only international PlayStation 5 podcast with erotic heroes writing fan fiction, something like that. I got the bandana, bringing some spice, bringing some edge, bringing some Euro trash to the podcast. Because, Adam, why am I bringing Euro trash to the podcast? Why do I even care about Europe at all? Why are we international? You want to tell the listeners?
There's a little thing that I like to call Gamescom. And there's a little thing the world likes to call Gamescom. And guess what? Guess who will be there? Go ahead, take a guess, Alex. Who's going to be there?
Jeff Keighley.
I don't know. Maybe. Guess who else is going to be there?
Phil Spencer.
Even more important than Phil Spencer, we will be there. That is right. PlayPS5 will be at Gamescom. We would love to see you. Virtually, of course, because we'll also be attending virtually. But here's the thing, Alex. We had a dream when we were at PlayPSVR that we were going to get to go to E3. And that dream was soon to be realized until Sony crushed our hearts by choosing not to go to the last one. And so then because obviously we were PlayStation Virtual Reality, there was no reason for us then to go. We couldn't even get credentials to go at that point because of that. And so now this is technically our first big conference. Are you excited? How do you think you're going to go into the Gamescom universe here? Are you even going to wear pants since no one will see above your nips, or I guess below your nips?
Since this whole COVID thing started and we're all working from home, I haven't worn pants for years. So I'm not planning on starting anything new now. The pants are not going to be worn, and I'm going to go to Gamescom, and I'm going to go to Gamescom's pantless, and I'm going to talk to these bigwigs pantlessly, and they're going to appreciate my audacity. That's what I'm expecting at a Gamescom. I'm also expecting to hear about some new games coming out for the PlayStation 5. Unfortunately, again, Sony has dashed our hopes and informed everybody that they're not going to have an official presence at Gamescom, but PlayStation 5 isn't just about Sony. It's about all the developers out there making new games that we want to see and we want to play, and Gamescom is going to provide that for us. So hopefully we can get some morsel, some nugget of information, because I think there's over something like 20 new games to be announced, like the first night of Gamescom happening Thursday night, I believe, the 27th. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking forward to it, Adam. I'm not looking forward to trying to sneak away and watch all the press conferences while I'm at work, because this is taking place in Europe and I'm here in America. And so when people are asking me to do stuff at work, I want to be like, no, sorry, go away. I'm master debating.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, so that's pretty cool news for us. To you as a listener, it probably doesn't matter too much. Our plan is to have things on our YouTube channel about reactions of things we saw, things that may be most pertinent to, PlayStation 5. So watch that. We're not just going to ramble about random stuff. That's not my plan, at least. We'll see what Alex does. I also have an announcement, potentially equally as important as Gamescom. Are you ready, Alex?
You getting married?
No.
Okay, yeah, I'm ready. I don't know what this is. I'm ready.
Yeah, he really doesn't. So last episode, we're talking a little bit about what are we going to do. When am I going to sell my PS4? What am I going to do with it?
Oh, no.
So based on your advice, Alex, the person who said, go ahead, put it online and put it at somewhat of a high price and then just see what happens. Sunday, I put my PS5 or PS4 up, sold it within a day. It's gone. I no longer have a PlayStation 4. It is gone. And the biggest thing, we had an over-under, my friend. Did we or did we not?
We did. And I have nothing to drink. I exhausted all my beverages. I know what's happening now. This is awful.
So what was our over-under?
200. I did say we would deduct controllers and games. So did you sell any games with it?
First of all, I believe, was it not 150?
No. Oh, no.
It doesn't matter. I sold it without games for $250.
Oh, my God. Are people buying these for that?
Here's the thing. I had a guy who offered me $300 because I told him I was already selling it to another dude. But unfortunately, the other person, we already had an arrangement. Dude was driving. I don't understand this. Dude was driving an hour to come get it. And so it was too late. I couldn't back out. I felt weird. But I could have. You told me do 250. They're going to lowball you, and then you may settle at 200. You were wrong. You cost me money because if you – now, granted, and this is what I kind of want to dive into as a topic here is at some point you want to sell your PS4 because for most people you don't need a PS4 and a PS5, right? I mean, I actually have a YouTube video that I'm going to post up tonight. I didn't want to post it early so Alex didn't figure it out. But I can think of 3 reasons why you would want to keep your PS4. 1, you just want to keep it. It's a cool-looking console. You have memories on it, and you just want to keep it. That's cool. 2, if you have like peripherals or you have your PSVR and you want to be 100% certain you will be able to use those without a doubt, no issues. Anytime you want to pick up a PS4 and a PSVR, all your games work, all that stuff. Or 2, if you have a butt ton of PS4 games, I know they said that the top 400 PS4 games will be compatible at least with PS5. Well, maybe if you have a bunch of third developer smaller games, maybe you don't know and you don't want to risk just losing those and not being able to play them, maybe keep it then. Other than that, are there any other reasons you could think of, Alex, why someone would want a PS4 knowing that you're going to buy a PS5?
Maybe you want to put the PlayStation 4 in your bedroom. Maybe you got a crappier TV. You want to put it in your bedroom or somewhere else so you can play it when you're going to sleep, dozing off, use it as like your YouTube thing. Assuming full backwards compatibility, I really have no reason why, unless somebody doesn't want to fill up their hard drive with play. Like, I don't even know. What if the PlayStation Plus games don't transfer? Maybe that is going to be an issue. But surely they wouldn't do that to us. That would be horrible if they did that. It's just that's why I'd want to hold on to it. We don't know enough yet. We don't know enough. But that was the risk is the second we find out more, that price is going to drop. And I'm guessing COVID, maybe there's a shortage of PlayStation 4s. I don't know. But I'm impressed. Hats off to you. Let's just move on.
Okay, so I still want to dive in a little into this. So I want to kind of give some background info so those who are listening can figure out. I'm trying to skip
the bean here. Yeah.
What do I do? Yeah, I'm pushing off the bean. So what I had for sale, I had a 1 terabyte PS4 Pro. I had the box that came with it. I sold it with 1 controller, and obviously all the cords and everything that worked with it. Like I said, I sold it for $250 within a day. I could have gotten $300 out of it. I sold on OfferUp, which is like a normal, it's kind of like a less sketchy version of Craigslist. And so, I mean, everything worked pretty smoothly. I wish I would have put up $300 because some of the deals on that app, there were PS4s going for $90 and then there were some going for $400. It was all over the place. So you're right. I thought I would post it. I would play, the remainder of the games. Heck, I wanted to play Kingdom Hearts 2 again because we were talking about playing whole games at one point, and we were talking about playing that, and I got that itch. Well, obviously can't do it now. So I was like, I'll play Kingdom Hearts 2, and whenever it sells, whatever, I'll lower the price. Obviously, I didn't have that chance. So if I were you as a listener and you were considering it, I would definitely highball it. List it for $300. Now, granted, if I didn't have the box, I only had 1 controller. If you add another one, that may increase the value. But you can kind of base off that. I'm also in an urban city, so like there's a lot of people around. I'm sure that has something to do with it too. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think, Alex? Did I make the wrong move in selling it this early?
I hope you made the wrong move. I don't know. I have no way of knowing until we get more information out of this. I will say that I still have your copy of Kingdom Hearts 2 for the PlayStation 4 since you have nothing you can do with it right now. then I'm not gonna worry about it. Here's what's gonna be funny: is you sold your PlayStation 4. This is the reason you hold on to the PS4. You sold your PlayStation 4. You're not going to get a PlayStation 5. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. You're not going to get a PlayStation 5. And then I'm going to have to do this podcast, carry all the weight by myself while you go scavenging around trying to make a PlayStation 5 happen, wishing you still had your PS4 so you could at least play Kena and The Little Devil Inside and Cyberpunk 2077, all these games on your PlayStation 4 and maybe one day get a PS5. So that's what's going to happen. That's why you need to keep your PS4. No, but really, hats off to you. I'm really impressed that you sold it at the price you did. I'm impressed. I can't believe it. And those poor schmucks buying that PlayStation 4 off you with the controller that surely has all sorts of gross master debate material all over it that I know you produce.
That's right. And so here, I'm going to up you. And here's the reason why I sold it. One, I'm one of those people that I literally I don't have that big of game library. The PSVR games, we're moving towards the PS5. I'm willing to start playing more flat games. The PSVR games I would want to replay, I'm pretty sure are probably still going to be compatible. And so I will be able to play those again. And then, I don't need them both. So I was like, right now, there's going to be a point where you're right. The price is going to drop big time. So now if you're looking at, we'll just say $600 for a PS5, another $100 for an extra controller. And then if I buy 3 games at launch, there's another $200. I'm looking at about $900 in one sitting for this stupid console. Well, now I just sold, and this is another thing we could talk about. And it was definitely a risk. But it was a risk I was willing to take because I was already like, whatever. I went and I sold my PlayStation camera because I can't play my PSVR now anyhow. Sold it on eBay for $50. And at some point, I'm assuming that price is going to drop once the PS5 comes out, and then I'll be able to buy it for maybe $20 and then still net $30. So anyhow, sold PS4 and the camera. I made $300. So now to get a brand new PS5, all the fixins, I'm looking at $600, which is a lot more feasible and a lot easier to swallow than $900.
So we'll see how it pans out. Adam, I always appreciate your business ineptitude because it seems to work out for you, and it gives hope to everybody in this economy that even though you suck with money, you might still end up ahead. So congrats to you. I hope you don't regret this decision, but I feel like you're going to at some point, especially when I'm suddenly playing Horizon and all these games. Basically, it's up to me to start streaming and build this audience while you're just sitting around playing with yourself. That's what I'm hearing now. I have no support from you.
You are nuts. I will get that. And while I'm, swallowing the pill of my $600 console, it's pretty easy to swallow. But you want to know what's not easy to swallow?
A jelly bean.
Another jelly bean.
Oh, my God.
So now let's do it. I am going to spin again because you have lost the over-under. No way about it. You have lost. And you are going to pay the ultimate price.
Listeners at home, this is 2-0. I need you guys to give us some feedback so we know who won the first Master Debater so I can beat Adam. What is it? What is it?
Dude, I don't want to cheat. I don't know how to show
Just tell me what it is.
It's a peach or a barf.
Oh, my God.
The death, if you've never had these, the death bean.
This is the worst one.
Barf. It is by far, it ruins your day. It upsets your stomach. It is very difficult to come back from a barf bean.
All right. For the sake of the listeners, I'm going to pause the podcast while I go get something to drink, and then I'll unpause it. No, you can't. I have no beverage now.
Dude, you can't do this.
Oh, my God. I'm really going to puke. I'm really going to puke on the podcast. Oh, here it is. Right here. You jerks. Oh, my God.
Oh, this is...
I've never had a raw barf bean before.
Okay. How about this? I will talk while you go get your water.
No, it's the inaugural. Let me just suck it up. I'm going to do it.
Oh, my. He's going to do it. Guys, I'm sorry for the sound that this may make. Maybe it's a peach, but if it's a barf, you're going to hear some very disgusting noises.
I have a drop of water to help me out with this. I'm going to do 5 hard chews, and then this thing's going down, and I'm going to try to monk my way through it. You ready? You ready? 3, 2, 1.
I sold my PS4 for this, you butthole. You suck. Come on.
Certainly barf.
Is it? Dude, this is so good. You should, if you're not watching on YouTube, his face is just, it looks like he's having a child or he just got a sports hernia. Oh, dude, that's funny. Okay, he took a little swig of water. It's not going to help. The barf, it doesn't matter. Oh, his face is so precious. Oh, I revel in your pain. Listen, while you're playing Kingdom Hearts 2, I can't do anything. I'm master debating while you're playing Kingdom Hearts 2. So this is what that's for. You told me to put it up too early, you butthole.
So they tried to make the barf thing taste like pizza, but really all it tastes like is I puked up pizza in my own mouth. That's horrible. Here's the thing. It tastes bad, but I know what happens. I'm going to feel awful for the rest of the night. Thank you, Adam. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to carry this podcast for the rest of the episode. Go. Let's get over.
I love this. This is incredible.
I want to die.
Alex, we have 3 months left of the PS4. So I've already sold mine. Say you haven't sold yours. So how do you handle it? Say you are going to get a PS5. So right now, for the last 3 months of your PS4, do you think you should just play the games you like the best? Should you try new games but are still top games? Should you just play the games that you may think aren't going to transfer? Do you just keep trying the new games they come out with every Tuesday? What is the game plan if you continue to have your PS4?
If I continue to have my PS4 and I don't have a PS5 by the end of the year, what I will do, I'm going to play PSVR games because we're still uncertain exactly what is going to be happening with PSVR. There's some new games like Pistol Whip and stuff that came out that I really want to play. I'm going to play those. We still have the weird camera stuff, so I don't want to have to wait around for an adapter for my camera so that I can play PSVR on the PS5. So that's one thing I'm going to do. Other thing I'm going to do is go through and try to find some of the older games that I don't really care if they're going to get up-resed. Talking about Horizon Zero Dawn. I need to play that game to get hyped for the sequel, but it's not going to be out for a while. I might even look into playing something like Days Gone, which is going to be cheap now, and I'm really interested in that. I think that's far enough out that they're not going to try to remaster, or it's recent enough that they're not going to try to remaster it, but it's far enough out that people have forgotten about it, so they're not going to get an upgrade for it. So things like that. And then the big thing I'm thinking about is maybe Ghost of Tsushima. I'm going to try to get it now while it's cheap, before they drop some kind of upgrade version for a higher price. And then, of course, I'm going to be tackling Dreams a lot. I think Dreams is going to have a PS5 upgrade, but just, doing what I can with the PS4, enjoying it. But Ghost of Tsushima, Horizon Zero Dawn, and whatever PSVR stuff I can grab.
How's your mouth feel?
Awful. Absolutely terrible. I really need something to drink, but I'm powering through for the fans.
You are. This makes my day. F you, man. Okay, topic 2. Let's talk about pre-orders. So there are games like Assassin's Creed, Far Cry 6, Scarlet Nexus, Watch Dogs Legion. They are all open for pre-orders, which kind of intrigued me because I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, like, should you pre-order games now? Or when you because we don't even know if we're going to get a console. Like, what's the advantage in my mind? Like, I would personally rather just wait until I be sure I have a console, and then pay for it then. I don't know, maybe it's a little cheaper if you pre-order it. And then you're also risking that, okay, maybe you do get a console, but are the games going to be in a sufficient enough supply? What do you think about the pre-orders? Are you even remotely considering pre-ordering a game at this point, or is that just way too ahead of the curve?
The last game I pre-ordered was, I believe, Rage 2. I thought it was going to be great. I love the developer. I love the theme. I loved everything about it, and it ended up being a big, bad move. I should not have pre-ordered it because the second the game came out, it got like a $20 or $30 price drop because it did not sell very well. And all the pre-order bonuses, I didn't even play the game enough to get the bonuses and use them, like the special weapons or whatever. And I've kind of always been anti-pre-order. I just really don't like that mode of getting games. Like, I don't like the idea of locking games behind pre-orders. That way, if I buy it used, I can't get some of the content because of the pre-order. However, this is a launch environment, and nothing would be worse than to drop all the money on the PlayStation 5, and the only game at the store that is available for you to buy because you didn't pre-order it and they didn't order more copies in because they knew they were going to have limited supply of PlayStation 5s, so they got limited supply of games. Only game you can get is Bugsnax. Now, Bugsnax might be good, but I don't want to get stuck with Bugsnax. I don't want to get stuck with a 6 out of 10 or a 7 out of 10 game. I need something massive. I need something good. Now, we will be saved by the fact that some of these games are coming out in PS4 first, and then when the PlayStation 5 launches, they're getting upgraded. So things like Kena and Little Devil Inside that I'm really looking forward to. I'm expecting to be able to just play them right out of the gate. The other thing as part of the pre-order is, do you go digital or do you go physical? Adam, I think you're a physical dude, physical specimen. But are you willing to pay full price, the whole $60-$70 for a digital copy of a game if, say, the physical version isn't around?
Without a doubt. So my full plan is to buy the physical edition of the PS5. I have an issue, I suppose, if I get there and they only have digital versions. So do I want to hold out and not have a PS5 and risk waiting for only God knows how long for a physical version? Or do I just say, well, I guess I'm going digital? I don't know. I got to think about it. But I like physical editions for this reason. Do I pay $70 for the new games? Of course. But give me a week. Give me 2 weeks. I'll finish the game. I did this for Final Fantasy VII Remake. You buy the game $60, then guess what? I finish it. I sell on eBay for like $55. I just played Final Fantasy VII Remake for like $10, $12. Definitely worth it. That's what I'm going to be doing with the PS5. It works like a charm. It is a tried and true system, and that isn't going to be failing anytime soon as long as they still make physical games, because there are going to be people like me who are willing to buy them secondhand and save a little money. And if I'm not going to play Final Fantasy VII Remake again or any Bug Snacks again, why buy it digital? It doesn't make any sense. So, but you're right. That's another thing I didn't think about. If you pre-order it, I guess you can pre-order it digitally, but if you pre-order it physically, now you know you have a physical edition. But if you want to just wait, worst case scenario is you just buy it digitally on the store once you get your PS5 home. So to me, yeah, it really doesn't make any sense unless you're really dying to have that game in physical edition. And yeah, I don't know.
Could you imagine buying a PlayStation 5 and not getting like a PlayStation 5 game?
I would think it would be tough. I can't imagine retailers not having enough supply.
It's just going to be Bug Snacks, man. They're going to be like, sorry, man, all we got is Bug Snacks.
Well, I guess I'm playing Bug Snacks. Oh, that's good. Okay, final discussion of the night. This is something that I really want your input because you're so looking forward to this game. Demon's Souls, the remake for the PS5, is now rated in Korea and Japan. So my question to you is, does that mean anything? And could that be a hint, because it's already rated, that it might be a launch title?
Yeah, this is news to me. The rating, do you know what it was rated? Like adults or mature or whatever? I don't remember what the ratings are in Japan, but
yeah, I don't remember.
I'd imagine it'd be mature or whatever it is. It tells me that the game is done, or mostly done to where they feel comfortable giving it a rating. That makes me feel good. So I'd assume the game's a lot further along than we expected. Great. Unless they were just like, listen, we didn't change anything. The graphics are better. And then they rated it based off of that. That might be the case. Does that mean it's going to be a launch title? They would be foolish to not make it a launch title. They'd be foolish to release it in Japan and Korea first. Now that From Software has such a foothold with the Dark Souls series here in America. That being said, Demon's Souls did a lot better in Japan. It was in Japan only for a long time before it was released in America. So my heart says I want it to be a launch title. That is my launch title. That is what I want for the PlayStation 5. My mind tells me that they're probably going to delay it for some reason. I don't know, maybe network issues, translation issues. There's a lot of translation that needs to go on in the game, and I think it's easier to go to Korean from Japanese than it is to go to English from Japanese. But when this game first came out in Japan, the Japanese version had like all English text or a lot of English text. People just imported it because it was easy to play. So I don't know. I really don't know. I want this game to be there right out of the gate. I want this to be my launch title. Maybe that's what we're going to hear about at Gamescom. I don't know. It just makes me nervous. It gets my hopes up, and that makes me nervous. Because really, it's like if I buy PlayStation 5 and all I have is Demon Souls for the rest of the year, I'm happy. That's what I wanted. That's all I wanted. Just give me that, and this will become the Demon Souls on PlayStation 5 podcast until January.
Okay. I mean, I've never played the game. I don't know. I suppose we also need to discuss while at launch, are we going to buy the same games, or are we both going to play completely different games? That way we can have more opinions on the games that are spread out across the console.
I think you need to buy Demon Souls. If you don't, I'm not going to say it because then you just won't buy it. You need to buy Demon Souls. If you don't get it, I'm going to have to figure out a way to get it to you. You need to buy it so we can play with each other in whatever capacity you're able to play with each other.
There it is. It's recorded. He wants to play with me. There it is. Final question for you, Alex. How are you doing with that barf?
It's beyond the mouth phase, so it doesn't taste bad, but my stomach is very upset. I don't know what it is. I guess there's some taste buds in your stomach or something that can tell that you have eaten vomit. My breath is very bad. I just caught a whiff of my own breath. It tastes like vomit. I'm not doing good, Adam. I'm not doing good at all. I cannot wait to beat you in a bet. Oh my God, I need to go through these over-unders and really wreck you on something. Oh.
Yeah, I got you twice today, big boy. That is incredible. And I want to thank you for joining us for Play PS5, the podcast. Please hit that subscribe button on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, wherever the heck you are listening. And I would really appreciate it if you rated us as well. So every little bit helps. And obviously, as a brand new podcast, 3 episodes in now, we appreciate all the support. And we certainly play this put this on because we love playing the games, talking about them. But knowing people are listening just gives us a little extra motivation to step our game up and keeps us honest. We also got Twitter. Follow us at PlayPS5ThePod. You can also email us at contact@playps5podcast.com. Talk to us about what do you think would be a better game? Is it going to be Farpoint or Skyrim for the VR remake in PS5? Talk to us about how much you disliked hearing Alex just die on air while eating that rotten eggs and that barf, the 2 worst jelly beans that are in Bean Boozled. Stay in touch, and always remember, never play with yourself, folks. Play PS5.